From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Thursday, July 2nd. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. The Bernalillo County Planning Commission on Wednesday denied an appeal against a proposed North Valley Mosque that would have prevented the place of worship from breaking ground. With more on this development, I'm now joined by Journal reporter Nikayla McClellan, who's been following this story. Nikayla, thank you for joining me.
Of course. Thank you, Gino.
So, Nikayla, this vote is really kind of the latest chapter in what has been an ongoing saga surrounding this proposed mosque in the North Valley. For our listeners who might not be too familiar with this issue, can you give us a little bit of background on how we got here?
Yeah, so the Albuquerque Islamic Center is looking to expand. They currently have a mosque on Manal, but they need more space. And so they sent out this proposal asking to build a new mosque that would be about 45,000 square feet near Alameda and 4th Street. And that proposal brought a lot of public comment from all sides, from people who live in the North Valley that didn't like the idea of it, to supporters of it, to people who were just outright Islamophobic about it.
So, Nikayla, this county vote that we had on Wednesday, can you tell us a little bit about what it was about and what the consequences of it will be?
So, man in a neighborhood association in the North Valley put in an appeal saying that the mosque would cause issues with zoning laws, that there would be issues with noise, and that it would cause a lot of traffic in an already condensed area. And so on Wednesday, the commissioners decided to vote on whether they would accept that appeal, which would stop the mosque from being built, or deny the appeal. And on Wednesday, commissioners voted 5-1 to deny the appeal, which means that the mosque will be built.
And Nikayla, you mentioned the neighborhood association that was involved in this, and the president of that association, Pat Hauser, really emphasized that his opposition was about potential zoning conflicts and increased traffic, also compatibility with the North Valley, and rejected the Islamophobic rhetoric that he heard from other opponents of the center. But what was interesting in your story is that you mentioned is that this meeting on Wednesday was over 5 hours long and was pretty heated at times.
Yeah, it lasted a long time. Started about 11. They didn't vote on it until a little after 4. And Mr. Hauser did go up there and say that he did not affiliate with those people that were using the appeal as an opportunity to make Islamophobic comments, and that primarily all of the issues really had to do with noise and traffic concerns, which was what a lot of residents who, didn't want to go through with this, that was their primary issue with it too, because the North Valley is a semi-rural area. There are a lot of farmers over there. There are smaller roads. So it is like a very condensed area.
And Nikayla, I want to talk a little bit about the supporters of this project that you were able to speak to and that also spoke at the meeting. I would imagine they're probably pretty satisfied with the outcome. What did they have to say about this?
Yeah, so supporters said that the mosque was basically a celebration of diversity and intercultural relationships within the state. New Mexico has always been known to be a very diverse state. And so a lot of people said that that would just continue on with what the state does. Other people said that having a mosque added as a neighbor is a very beneficial thing, that they're very kind, that they do very interesting events that are beneficial to the community, and that it could actually bring a lot of economic and positive development overall.
So, Nikayla, last question before I let you go. Now that this vote is in the books, what happens next?
So the mosque will be built. There are some conditions that need to be met to kind of alleviate the concerns of those neighbors. A couple examples of those is that the mosque originally was going to have like a school or a daycare. They will no longer be doing that. It is primarily just a church, and they will not have any loudspeakers or anything like that outside in accordance to noise ordinances in the area, and to, make sure that residents are concerned about that. They did also move one of their prayer times on Friday, so that it wasn't at peak 5 o'clock traffic. I believe that they're doing it earlier in the day to kind of alleviate that. So the mosque will be built on conditions that should hopefully help out with some of the concerns that people in the neighborhood had.
So the proposed North Valley Mosque is now set to move forward after this county vote on Wednesday. Journal reporter Nikayla McClellan stopping by to share the latest. Thank you, Nikayla.
Thank you very much, Gino.
New Mexico is doubling down on its bid to become a national hub for advanced technology, with lawmakers hearing updates on major investments in fusion energy and quantum computing. Officials say the state's unique workforce, national laboratories, and universities position it to lead in both industries. California-based Pacific Fusion plans to begin construction this month on a $1 billion Albuquerque campus and open a fusion manufacturing facility in Los Lunas by 2028. Meanwhile, Quantum is expanding its research presence. Industry leaders are also urging lawmakers to continue investing in innovation and prepare for future cybersecurity threats posed by quantum computing. The family of Andrew Brown, a 40-year-old bicyclist killed in a June 22nd crash near Las Cruces, have filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Kimberly Skaggs, who is also facing criminal charges in the case. The suit alleges Skaggs was speeding, fled the scene without helping Brown, and attempted to conceal evidence after the fatal crash. Brown's family remembered him as a devoted father who had hoped to become a barber and mentor at-risk youth. The lawsuit seeks compensatory and punitive damages, as well as damages for the loss of Brown's relationship with his 14-year-old son. And Santa Fe commissioners unanimously approved an 18-month moratorium on new data center developments, while officials draft regulations covering water use, energy demand, noise, and other impacts. Although no data center projects are currently proposed in the county, leaders say they want to establish safeguards before developers arrive. The move follows similar action in Socorro County and comes as data center proposals emerge across New Mexico. Supporters praised the county for taking a proactive approach that could serve as a model for other communities. The Leading News is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny and hot skies with a high near 97, and as for this evening, mostly clear with a low around 62. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the Leading News. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.